my name's Doug. My channel is Garage Misadventures. This channel is just all the things that I like. So today we're going to open the April 2025 Tackpack. First off, I have zero affiliation with Tackpack. I got Tackpack probably 10 years ago, or at least close, somewhere around there. And at that time, I think they only had one option. I believe it was a $50 box. This is a subscription box where you get sporting goods. And one thing I'll say is if you're thinking about trying Tackpack or any other subscription box, look for a code because they're always doing some type of promotion to get new subscribers. And that's one thing that got me to try it again was the code for these. When I signed back up, the other thing it gave me the option of adding was a grab bag box of items that had come in previous Tackpacks. I got the bigger of the two options, the biggie box, and it came with this Mission First Tactical Tumbler, which seems like a pretty nice tumbler. It's a 32 ounce tumbler. The only problem is by this point I think we all have tons and tons of tumblers, so it's nice, but I'm not sure if that will get much use. A rugged tactical grip, an AR grip, which again is nice, but if you're into that sort of sporting good, most of us have quite a few of those. That one does have a nice texture. It's a little different, so I might use it in the future. A t-shirt. It's kind of fun. And of course, some fun stickers from previous boxes. And then just a couple little things. There's some nitrile gloves and disposable earplugs, which are a little bit redundant with these. Probably the most exciting thing in this box was this Infinity Target. It's a little squirrel, and according to the card, it can take up to 110 rounds of 5.56 per square inch. So even though it is pretty small, it's supposed to be pretty durable, so I'm excited to try that one out. So without any further ado, I've saved this for this, so let's go ahead and open it, and then I'm going to do a little bit of a value on what's inside. First impression, it's a little bit small, it's not very heavy, so we'll look up what the value is once we're done here. Alright, so first thing we've got Inforce light that looks like it goes on a rail. Next item, a tourniquet, rat's tourniquet, a rail mount scope leveler, an MFT Evolv muzzle device, JAX rimfire and pistol target, self-healing ground target. Okay, so this looks like it's two pieces. Looks like they just kind of somewhat snap together like that. You can. It's kind of cool. And this does say that this was the Tackpack Plus, and it looks like the sticker. So there's a couple cool items. So now, that was it. Now I want to do a little bit of Googling. I'll come back in a minute, and I want to compare. You know, obviously they tell you what the value is. So let me go look that up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got some pricing that I looked up online to see what I could purchase these items for to get an idea of what the value of the box was. So this is the Tackpack Plus for $129. So from least expensive, the Scope Leveler rail mount, I found for $10.79 from Palmetto. It was $19.89 on Amazon. I'm guessing the MSRP is probably around that $20 price point, but obviously shop around, you can get it a little bit cheaper. The next most expensive item was the JAX Target, $18.68 on Amazon. It says self-healing, rated up to 50 BMG, which I find kind of funny because they call it a rimfire and pistol target, and says it flips with every shot. So it looks fun, not terribly expensive, but about $20. Next is the rat's tourniquet, which I found for $24 on Amazon, which on other websites seemed pretty standard for that. The MFT Evolv on Mission First was $44.99. Found it at Bass Pro for $34.99. And then the most expensive item was this Inforce light. This is the Gen 3 with white and infrared light. Looks like a pretty cool light. And it was $148.97, which is actually more than the price of the Tackpack Plus. So that's kind of cool. Total, I came up with, if I were to buy on the vendor with the absolute best price that I found online, $237.43. So not quite double the price of the Tackpack Plus. It looks like the Tackpack Standard does not include the Inforce light, so it'd be these other items. And that was the standard Tackpack is $49.99. Of course, you get a cool sticker, and it does feel like a pretty high quality sticker. So that's kind of a fun ad. I found these Walker's Fire Max for $74.99. According to the email I got from Tackpack, they estimate a $483 value, including the Fire Max, for the April 2025 Tackpack. I found these for $74.99 online. It looks like the Razor is kind of more replacing these at the moment, but I found the Fire Max for $74.99. So I found I could purchase everything for $312.42. So I'm pretty happy because I paid $129 for these items, and I will definitely use these. I'll probably use most of these other items at one point or another. Hopefully not this, but I can throw it in a first aid kit. So really, I was actually pretty impressed with the value of the Tackpack that I got. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've tried it. I don't know that I'll do it long term. You know, it's kind of fun to do every once in a while and give it a try, but obviously it is kind of expensive to do on a subscription basis month over month. But every once in a while, especially if you can get a promo code and get a free item that's a good item that you'll use, like this for me, you know, it's kind of a fun thing to do every now and then. So let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.